Thanks for watching this video. It's been a while since I have posted a video. There's some reasons for that which I'm going to go into. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. So my last content on here was probably a couple of months ago, and I had finished it off. It was great. It was about some finance tips that I was currently using and implementing, and I had decided that the next video I wanted to do was a bit about minimalism and tidying up my home and clearing it out, and it all went to pot, to be honest. I just couldn't seem to get into the mindset of it. I couldn't seem to be getting cleared up. I just seemed to be moving things around more. So really just moving clutter. And I just couldn't get organised. And I was really pondering about this for a few weeks. I was feeling really guilty to begin with. And I was like, how can I not get this? This is something that I've done before. And why can't I seem to get my head straight and kind of start clearing out? I was getting a little bit anxious again. My house was becoming more and more cluttered. And I kind of got to a point where I was like, right, do you know what? Why don't I use this to my advantage and make a video on the fact that I'm struggling? And maybe I might get a couple of comments, tips, useful hints, just to kind of help me reset, restart, and go from there. So I was all set on doing this when my husband and I actually came across a house for sale. And this house is in, it's really close to where we currently are, but it's in our perfect location, near family and friends, and basically this is our dream home. So what do? Well, not my husband. What do? I get the house report for it. And by getting the house report off the estate agents, I triggered them into contacting me and asking if I wanted a viewing. And I was like, sure, it won't hurt. If anything, we get to be nosy about the other houses that are on my in-laws' estate. And so we went to this house showing, not thinking anything of it, and went and had a look around it. When it comes to these things, I can sometimes get blinkers, even though I am very financially focused and stringent with my money, and I'm really good at, knowing my triggers now about when to spend and not spend money. I can still, with big purchases like things like houses and cars, kind of get blinkers and be like, ooh. But my husband is really good and really rational in these things, and he is the calming sound voice of a saver, and he will bring me back down to earth. So we go in, have a look at this house, and the only way to describe it is our dream home. This is the forever home. We love the home that we're currently in, but we have had multiple discussions about whether or not we want to stay here, whether we want to move. It's starting to get a bit small for our needs and our requirements, and we don't have many needs or requirements. And we had come to the conclusion that probably in the next few years we would move. So to walk into this home and not just have me be like, this is amazing, this is everything, like this is it, but to have my husband be like, this is it, was pretty spectacular. So we decided to put an offer in. We were not expecting anything to happen on the back of this offer. All our family were like, put an offer in, but even they were like, but don't get your hopes too high. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what stars were aligning or what, but basically we got the house. Our offer was accepted. In Scotland, you can go to what's called a closing date, where everyone puts their offers in and the highest bid potentially wins. It didn't even get to that. The lovely couple that are in there, kind of just seemed to love the fact that we had family in the area, loved that we were so passionate about their home that they had spent years in, and they accepted our offer on a couple of conditions, like getting a mortgage and selling our house. And yeah, this dream home, for all intents and purposes, just came into our laps. And oh my goodness, like phenomenal, amazing. But then my husband and I turned around and we were like, we need to sell our house. Oh my goodness, we need to find the money to pay for this new house. So that's what I have been doing in this space of a month, and this is including a holiday. We went up to Pitlochry and spent a week in a caravan, but in this space we have managed to clean out our house, turn it, and I say clean out very, very loosely. There's still, so we basically hid the mess like you do when you're showing a home. Got the house up for sale, sold our home, and got a new mortgage for this new house. And yeah, like dates have been agreed of when we can move in, which is in the next couple of months. And now we are just cautiously optimistic, because if anything does fall through now, and there is a chance that it potentially could still fall through, but if it does, it's from things are out with our control. So it's basically because of the people that are going to move into our home. That's where everything falls apart now, if it does. So yeah, crazy. Like, best way to describe it. Absolute manic. And at the same time, amazing. I actually really enjoy the process of moving. I find it very therapeutic, clearing out stuff. I'm an organizer. I like the idea of moving things about, getting rid of things, and, you know, taking with you what you need. And so for me, moving, I try to go into it and see it as a positive thing. Obviously, I do appreciate with 2 children, it's going to be completely different. I've never had to move with kids before, and it's going to be a lot harder. But I figure I have a couple of months to get the house now really cleared out. I'm going to have to do the big clear out, whether I want to or not. And yeah, I'm just going to try and take it a room at a time. And I'm going to try and show that journey again, because like I say, I'm probably going to need all the help I can get. So any hints and tips would be highly appreciated. But also because it's going to be such a big thing, and also as well with kids, it can be quite a daunting factor. And if I can maybe put up some videos to try and do it in the best possible way, the most positive way, and try to have it in an easy way, or if the way that I do it is really long and drawn out and stressful, and people can see that and be like, well, actually, I know that if I'm ever going to move, I'll do this, this, and this to make it a lot smoother, then that could help someone, and I think that would be really good. Another reason as well I kind of want to document it is because of how this has impacted like my mental health journey. So there have been a lot of sleepless nights, as you can appreciate, over the course of the past month in regards to, am I going to get the mortgage? Are we not going to get the mortgage? Are we going to get the house? Are we not going to get the house? We put this sale in. Oh, it's not going to happen, but it might. Oh my goodness, now like everything could fall through and it's not within my control and I don't like that. And it's literally going at the pace that I just spoke there. Really, really quickly. My brain is moving so quickly at the moment. Like even this video, I've just checked the clock there and I have just rushed through a whole load of information because I am on like speed dial. And also, so I need to calm that down. Also along with that as well, is this has obviously brought a lot of high adrenaline, fight or flight instincts, the nerves, the butterflies, and really they're good nerves or butterflies because it's kind of like what I'd said before in some of my previous about how when you get the drop in your tummy and the fight or flight, and it could be for going for a new job or doing your driving test, or going for a competition, you know, they're the things that it's really nerve-wracking, but at the same time it's really fun, like going on a roller coaster when your stomach drops, like it's amazing, but you have that drop in your whole system, like just adrenaline filling like every pore of your being, but it's so fun and so exciting. And for moving or in circumstances like this, when you get that, it's really, really exciting and really good. And I've always found that. But actually in this situation, I found it quite daunting and quite triggering for me, which I never expected. I think because the last time I felt really properly like this and had all these heightened senses was when my mental health was not the best. It was last year, and that was a very negative time for me. And actually, instead of being able to enjoy this feeling now when it's in a positive time, it brings back a lot of bad memories for me. And I never expected that. And it's quite a triggering place to be. And you have to kind of bring yourself back off the ledge again. and tell yourself that you can enjoy these feelings, that when you feel this sense of heart pounding, like mind racing, adrenaline, it's not necessarily negative. It can be positive too. It is our flight or fight response. And actually, just like when you were younger and you'd get excited and have these excited feelings, there are good times that it comes into play as well as bad. And I had never expected that. I kind of just thought if anything was positive happening in my life again, I would feel positive about it. And touch wood, I would never get into a headspace again where I felt the way I was feeling last year. And while I've not gotten fully into that headspace, because this is obviously a positive experience, it's an experience that I want, and it's one that I'm controlling, well, to a degree, it has been actually feeling that feeling again of my stomach dropping and of my heart pounding. It's been really triggering to me to be like, oh my goodness, no, I don't want to feel like this. Why? And like getting some tightness in my body again, instead of just letting it go and letting it flood through me and embracing it flooding through me. And I guess that's all really mental. It's about positive association and negative association. And before my mental health kind of crash last year, as I'll call it, last year, I would have absolutely embraced this feeling. And in fact, that's part of the reason why I've enjoyed moving in the past, is that unknown, the adrenaline, like, what are we doing? What's the next step? Whereas now I'm trying to separate it from the negative mental images that I had from last year, and telling myself, this is not a bad thing, it's a good thing. And I never expected that. I never expected that my mental health and the crash net that I had and all the issues that I had with it last year would actually impact me going forward when it was a positive thing I was experiencing, or a positive change in my life. You know, I always thought it would be like, right, I have to make sure I never get myself into a negative situation again for those negative thoughts to come back or that negative feeling to come back. I always thought if I had positive situations, it would be fine, and that would be what I would want. But actually, now I am in a positive situation, and I'm just like needing to remember that it's a positive situation and to try not to panic myself, and almost kind of change and rewire my brain a little bit to being like, you can enjoy yourself, you can enjoy this feeling. And I just really wanted to share that because I think that's really, really important for people to know. You know, again, it's not just about the oh no, can't say it. The longness, basically. Longevity. Blah, blah, blah. No, not happening. It's not about how long you've been out of maybe your mental health slump or anything like that. These things will actually affect your everyday life decisions, and when life decisions come your way that you choose but do put you in a vulnerable situation, it's gonna rear its head then, and it's maybe just something to be aware of and to prepare for, and it's okay as well. It's something to forgive yourself for. It doesn't make the whole situation bad. So yeah, I just thought, it's been a couple of months since I jumped on here and spoken. It's something I've been thinking about doing because I still think it's really, really important, and there have been times, usually at 1 or 2 in the morning, where I'm talking and I'm like, I wish I had a camera in front of me to get this out and put it on my vlog. So yeah, over the next few months I'm gonna go through this, well, moving journey, touch wood, nothing bad now falls through, and I want to take everyone with me, and I'll keep you updated with how I am mentally. But at the moment I'm just trying to navigate the mental side of things, but I'm really excited about clearing everything out, which is a bit sad, but it's what works for me. Okay, thanks. And also, because of this and because of the break that I've taken, my video skills have gone backwards. I thought they were getting better, but they've gone backwards a little bit. So hopefully doing more videos more regularly will improve my video skills. Okay, thanks. Bye.